An Excellent Mystery by Ellis Peters. Chapter 1. August came in, that summer of 1141, tawny as a lion and somnolent and purring as a hearthside cat. After the plenteous rains of the spring, the weather had settled into angelic calm and sunlight for the feast of St. Winifred, and preserved the same benign countenance throughout the corn harvest. Lammas came for once, strict to its day. The wheat fields were already gleaned and white, ready for the flocks and herds that would be turned into them to make use of what aftermath the season brought. The loaf mass had been celebrated with great contentment, and the early plums in the orchard along the riverside were darkening into ripeness. The abbey barns were full, the well-dried straw bound and stacked, and if there was still no rain to bring on fresh green fodder in the reaped fields for the sheep, there were heavy morning dews. When this golden weather broke at last, it might well break in violent storms. But as yet, the skies remained bleached and clear, the palest imaginable blue. "Fat smiles on the faces of the husbandmen," said Hugh Berengar, fresh from his own harvest in the north of the shire, and burned nut-brown from his work in the fields. "And chaos among the kings. If they had to grow their own corn, mill their own flour, and bake their own bread, they might have no time left for all the squabbling and killing. Well, thank God for present mercies, and God keep the killing well away from us here. Not that I rate it the less ill fortune for being there in the south, but this shire is my field, and my people, mine to keep. I have enough to do to mind my own, and when I see them brown and rosy and fat, with full byres and barns, and a high wool tally and good quality fleeces, I'm content." They had met by chance at the corner of the abbey wall, where the foregate turned right towards St. Giles, and beside it the great grassy triangle of the horse-fair ground opened, pallid and pock-marked in the sun. The 3-day annual fair of St. Peter was more than a week past, the stalls taken down, the merchants departed. Hugh sat aloft on his raw-boned and cross-grained grey horse, tall enough to carry a heavyweight instead of this light, lean young man, whose mastery he tolerated, though he had precious little love for any other human creature. It was no responsibility of the Sheriff of Shropshire to see that the fairground was properly vacated and cleared after its 3-day occupation.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?